And it's another Wednesday night here. It's May 5th, everybody. It's my half birthday. Um, so welcome everybody to the Greg Carey Show. I am, of course, Greg Carey, alongside the West Coast Professor, the four-time, now rebranded WTC champion, Jeff Meekum.
Woo!
Yes, the rebrand is strong, and the title history stays because I'm not starting over. But yeah, and of course, Big G himself joining us as he does. We had a busy week, and we're going to get into quite a bit of it here today. So I just want to show that on today's show, we will be talking about the following things. We will be talking about, yes, the championship match for WTC. And just in case you missed it, on Thursday, I'm going to replay the teaser trailer for the brand new show coming to the Greg Cherry brand. Excited about that. We're going to recap the NFL draft, which happened last week. Very excited about that. Got some good picks. Missed out on a couple that I was hoping that we would get, but tis the draft. You don't get everybody you want.
Yeah.
And in honor of our first round draft pick out of the University of Alabama, we're doing Weird Law Wednesday about Alabama.
Someone call Conrad Thompson.
Yeah, somebody get him on the horn.
Roll Tide, brother.
Well, okay, stop that. Just because he ran all over Notre Dame, I'll forgive him if he produces for the Steelers. And the Wednesday Q&A. Yeah. So, we are here talking about the now rebranded WTC, a Wrestling Trivia Challenge. I mean, that's what it stands for. But it is simply going to be known here on out as WTC, which I feel like is going to be good for the future of the show and also easier to type into the freaking title screen for YouTube, because Wrestling Trivia Challenge takes up a lot of characters and you don't have a lot of room.
Yeah, it's a bitch.
But yeah, WTC is had the championship match, episode 100, this past Thursday. It was yours truly against Wrestle Talks and Wrestling Daily's Louis Dangor, and
yeah, there you go.
Still the champ.
The champ is still here.
That's it, baby. Love it.
So, Big G, I know you watched the show.
Yes.
What were your thoughts? Jeff and I were all out of sorts during that entire thing.
Oh, I'm sure.
We lived it.
Right.
As somebody who watched it.
I enjoyed it from start to finish. It was back and forth with you guys. For a while, I thought Louis was gonna, take the lead there, but there were some questions he missed, and there were some questions you missed. But in the end, you prevailed, and your reign continues. And like we said before, Louis is 20 years old, 21, 20. If he knows this stuff now at 20, imagine, 5-6 years down the line. Imagine this kid is scary.
He definitely is.
He just like I said before, I know my wrestling trivia a little bit, but God, at 20 years, and he goes to college,
Well, he just, from what I understand, he was working on I don't know if it was like his dissertation or
something. I remember he had mentioned that
during the course. We were right in the middle of his completing his semester.
Yeah, I know.
University over there. So
let me say this: on top of the fact that he's so young, so much, it really would have chapped my ass on a promotional front. How can you not have the champion drinking his own victory party if he wins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although over there, it may be 18 over there, so maybe not.
Well, over in Europe, the drinking age is a lot.
Drink anyway, so.
Well, I'm just saying, if it's publicly broadcasting, he's consuming, beverages, and then it's my ass if he's not legal. So
right. It'll be just like Kurt Angle. He'll drink a big glass of milk. Anyway,
Well, no, I've shut more than one place wrestling wise down because of alcohol that was consumed by people that shouldn't be consuming it. So I don't want to go down that road no mo.
that's very true. But in light of the conclusion of this season of WTC, which was a great one, it was absolutely a great one.
Yes.
Probably one of my favorites in recent memory.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We made the announcement on the post show of a brand new series coming to the Greg Cherry brand. And in case you missed it or you just want to relive it, here is that very announcement from Thursday. Gentlemen, the WTC Jack of All Trades Championship is coming soon to the Greg Cherry brand. And
from what I understand, we're going to be talking about that tomorrow on this channel, are we not?
we are, in fact, in what would be WTC's normal time slot.
Cool.
There it is, right there. What is the WTC Jack of All Trades? We will be getting into that
Cool.
tomorrow at 6 o'clock Eastern. It will be a live stream. I was thinking about doing a pre-produced video to explain it, but I feel like the people want answers.
Right.
They want to know, what is this new championship all about? What does it have to do with WTC, and how will it tie in to the WTC championship?
Right.
All those questions and more will be answered tomorrow, right here on the Greg Cherry brand.
I'm glad we had the time cleared up because I am booked pretty solid tomorrow, so I want to make sure we had a afternoon clearance because I'm working into the prime time hour. I'm like, come on, man, I just want to go back and eat my dinner. So I'm glad we're on at 6 tomorrow. That's good.
You know, one of the nice things about the Jack of All Trades is Jeff couldn't give you any answers if you asked him, because I'm the only one who knows.
Right.
I'm the only one who has any idea.
I'm intrigued, and I would like to enter into this WTC Jack of All Trades.
There you
Ooh,
go. And Big G, I will grant you that entry because we are actually still looking for people to enter. I have about 10 spots filled already with players. Some of them have been on WTC before.
Okay.
Some of them haven't. So it's going to be very interesting to see who all we come up with. And I just want to look. Brett Storm, who former FanQuizlemania champion, I put on the reminder for the Jack of All Trades live stream. I'm really interested about this. I'm really excited to talk about. I'm really excited to do the show because it is something that I would like to do. And Colin says he'd love to enter. So you know what, Colin, I'm giving you that entry. Colin Andrew is an official entry into the Jack of All Trades. And I am trying to, I know Chris Cass probably would want to. But the thing is, he's already got 3 belts. He doesn't need more. So I'm trying to do something a little different where it's not as trivia heavy.
Right.
There's still going to be some in there, but it's not going to be as trivia heavy.
I was going to say, I was wearing my Cherry 2 belt shirt, but that's grossly out of date. So, yeah.
I mean, if they decide to bring back the King of the Marks tournament, then technically I'm still champion, which has been for over 2 years now or something ridiculous.
Oh, wow.
But
He is Bruno and Fez all rolled into one, kids.
Got a title on each arm. And maybe one day the actual Quizlemania championship, but that remains to be seen. I am not teasing anything. Trust me, I'm not. If one day. Anyway, yeah, the Jack of all trades is going to be. It's going to be very special. I'm looking forward to it because it's going to be. It might be like some things you've seen before. But on here, it's going to be unlike anything you've seen before.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Very cool.
Because, like I said, it's not going to be straight trivia. It's going to be more game showy.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
If you know anything about this guy right here, this is a guy who loves his game shows.
Yep.
So
Yes.
I'm really looking forward. I think it's going to be fun putting the shows together. And just as a little tease of something that might come into the docket here for what's going to be on the show.
Oh,
Oh, you like to share. Here we go. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. It's the wheel of misfortune.
oh,
I'm
snap.
redoing this thing because I don't do the live streams anymore.
Right.
At least not the Sunday ones I used to do.
Right.
So this thing's going to get repurposed and used for the Jack of all trades. That is your teaser for tonight.
Hopefully, there's no singing on this show.
No. There's no karaoke. There's no dancing. At least not yet. It's not in the plans yet. But
So
if
are
it
we?
in fact becomes a bigger deal.
Are we totally abandoning the idea of you doing the pre-show for my watch-alongs on the pay-per-view days at this point? Then,
Not necessarily, but it will really depend on how the work schedule goes and all of that stuff. And
right.
for me, I would rather involve this in Jack of all trades.
Well, sure. I was just saying in general, because I know you enjoyed the Sunday pre-show and missed doing it. So
Yeah, that's true. But that is your teaser for the Jack of all trades. I am excited about it. Big G's excited about it.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Macham's excited about it.
Yeah. Other than the name coming up in a discussion between Greg and I have no idea what's going on. So,
And that's what tomorrow's live stream is about. So tomorrow, 6:00 Eastern. I'm gonna put it on the screen. What is the WTC Jack of all trades? You'll get those answers tomorrow. Whatever questions you have. I might not be able to go into excruciating detail about them, but I will tell you as much as I possibly can without giving away any of the episodes.
right.
Because obviously we haven't filmed any yet because I still want to get all the competitors.
Of course.
But that will be coming tomorrow, 6:00 Eastern. And then once we get a couple episodes filmed, then I'll have a set date of when the show's going to premiere. But that's down the line. But now we're going to talk about the NFL draft. The NFL draft, the Steelers had some good picks. Obviously, Big G watched. I got to catch some of it. And Jeff, I don't know how your Cowboys did. I wasn't paying attention to the Dallas side of things.
It's one of those things we did. Hopefully, we did enough where we're gonna be at least not. Here's the thing: to quote my shirt, that's finally on my own merch site. By the way, thank you, Greg, for that. If the NFC East remains above 500, I'll be happy next year.
Yeah.
Christ, what a cluster screw that damn division was! Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, the NFC East was a dumpster fire.
It was the 2020 of the NFL for real.
Yeah.
If any division summed up what last year was, it would be the NFC East.
Yes. Oh
And
my
this
God.
year will be 17 games officially.
Wow.
17
Because
games.
they're cutting back the preseason.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's going to get to the point where they're just going to eliminate the preseason altogether, which I don't know if I necessarily agree with, because you have to know how your players are going to perform in certain situations. I'm fine with them cutting back the preseason because 4 games seems like a lot.
Yeah.
especially for games that don't really matter in the grand scheme of things.
Right.
But you need at least a couple preseason games to be like, okay, we need to work these guys out and also maybe get our starters ready. But if you don't have as much time, maybe you make a snap decision about a player who could have been a game changer or could have done this, that, or the other thing for your team.
And unlike most of last year, preseason also allows the players to get under the lights in front of crowds. How do they respond in that situation?
Yep.
The Kings have had, historically had 2 home preseason games and 2 away, and then we had that one off in Vegas for Frozen Fury before Vegas got their own team. So we had 5 games in front of a crowd, and not only do you see how they're skating, how they're passing, how the goalie's doing, you see how they respond in front of, ooh, wow, people watching me. Now what? Yeah. So I agree with Greg. Don't cut it completely, but cut it down to football. Having 2 preseason games seems okay to me because football is such a much more intense contact sport that they only play once a week for a reason. Yeah. So if you're going to spend an entire month preseasoning them, that seems a bit much.
Yeah.
The only way I would be okay with them cutting back even further than that is if they had 2 bye weeks.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Because you need the opportunity to rest your body.
Yeah.
And whether that's like a week 4 bye for a team and then maybe like a week 16 bye or something, which is kind of unprecedented considering like most buys are between week 4 and 13 or whatever it is.
Right.
But
I just hope we don't get screwed again.
Well, as long as there's no pandemic issues with a certain Maryland team,
Ravens
will be completely fine. Yeah. So enjoy them, Villanueva.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was talking some crap about Juju and
Claypool. Listen, if you wouldn't have missed as many blocking opportunities, we might have kept you.
Yeah.
He had a rough year, and it cost him down the stretch.
So, Greg, I have the full list of what the Steelers picked up. If you want me to read them off.
Yeah, go for it. I already know round 1 was.
Round 1 was Najee Harris from Alabama.
Yep.
Bettis talked highly about him on Good Morning Football or whatever football show it was. I want to say it was Good Morning Football. And then round 2, we picked up a tight end from Penn State, Pat Freiermuth, a.k.a. Baby Gronk.
Yeah, people were calling him Baby Gronk. Notre Dame has a Baby Gronk too. I didn't realize it was such a prominent name across college football. But I guess if you're going to compare yourself to a tight end, Gronkowski's going to be the guy.
So maybe he'll wear the same number as 87. We'll see. I mean, he's tall. We need a good tight end because honestly, Ebron isn't that tight end.
Good old Stone Hands himself.
Yep. And then round 3, I believe he's going to be playing center from Illinois' Kendrick Green. Reminds me of Pouncey a little bit, the way he looks.
Which is good because we need a center like Pouncey. Yep.
And then in round 4, offensive tackle from Texas A&M, Dan Moore Jr.
Okay.
All right. And then round 4, also for Texas A&M, linebacker. We lost Bud Dupree, but we're getting Buddy Johnson.
So a bud for a bud. There you go.
Bud for a bud. Round 5.
Bud's for you.
From Wisconsin, defensive end Isaiah Loudermilk. So we have milk on the team.
If he isn't a Got Milk commercial by 3 seasons from now, there's something wrong with the marketing.
And from round 6, from the University of Miami, Dwayne the Rock Johnson's college, Quincy Roche. Round 7 from Oklahoma, Trey Norwood, who is a safety. And then from Georgia Tech, he's a punter, Presley Harvin III. And I believe we signed a couple undrafted people as well. There was no list for that.
Yeah, we did sign a couple undrafted. Those are all good colleges that we chose them from too. So
yes. And I believe we got everything we needed, except for a quarterback.
The problem with the quarterback thing is I feel like the offices in Pittsburgh want to stick with Mason Rudolph as the number 2 guy.
Yeah.
I don't know if he is the number 2 guy. I don't think Dobbs is really the number 2 guy.
I want to give Dwayne Haskins, he needs a shot. He's still young, but I think with Pittsburgh and with the coaching team and Ben being there, I think he can learn a lot from Ben.
Ohio State quarterbacks traditionally, at least in the last several years, have not been as, I don't want to say as talented, because they're definitely talented, but they have not been as strong of performers when they get up to the professionals. Like
nowhere near as effective once they leave Ohio. Yeah.
Yeah. Once they leave the Ohio State University.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
They are not the guy in the NFL, and we'll see if Justin Fields changes that. He's going to, I believe, Chicago.
Chicago, yes.
So if he is the franchise quarterback for the Bears, good on the Bears. I'm not going to make that call yet, especially for an NFL, for a division that might be Aaron Rodgers-less, because we heard all that talk about, especially like a couple hours before the draft, that Aaron Rodgers is not happy in Green Bay and he wants out.
Yeah.
He might sit out the season if he doesn't get out.
Hey. Yep. Yeah. Well, I've lived through that in my sports fandom. We had the greatest scorer to ever play the game, Wayne Gretzky. Mm-hmm. And in that season where we had that god-awful Burger King jersey as an alternate jersey, which kill management for that to this day. February of '96, he's like, this isn't working. I'm not going to win a cup here at the way this is going. Deal me. I don't care where. Put me somewhere I'm going to be a contender. He went to St. Louis, and we got a pretty decent chunk of their lineup for him. And of course, he played that season. They didn't make the playoffs, whatever. Then he went to the Rangers for the last 3 years of his career. So a guy at the level of Wayne Gretzky or Aaron Rodgers is not happy. He will sit. He will bite his nose to spite his face.
Yeah.
Be like, nope, I'm not dealing with this shit. I'm Aaron Rodgers. I'll do what I want.
Yep.
And we've seen, especially in recent years, also that quarterbacks that are on, let's face it, the older side of NFL players still can go and still can win championships. I mean, Brady, Manning, even though Peyton Manning had a completely garbage year in his last year in the NFL, I swear, the Denver Broncos defense won that Super Bowl. It was not.
Oh, hell yes.
Oh, my God. That entire season, quite frankly. Because Peyton Manning was hot garbage that year.
Yeah.
Which was so weird, because the year before he was Peyton Manning.
Right.
So I don't get it.
Yeah. But, so I'm looking at the Cowboys draft. Again, I don't know these guys from Adam, but it looks like we got a pretty decent variety of people. We got a good linebacker out of the draft. We got we pretty much went all over the place in terms of drafting different positions. The one thing I noticed we did not get, I'm just double checking it to make sure I'm not talking out of my ass here, because Lord knows I don't like doing that, is a quarterback, which did surprise me, because even if Dak makes it to 100%, and even if we retain everybody else we had to freaking throw at the position after last year's cluster, we need a good solid 1 and 2 team. And if Dak is the number 1 quarterback, if he's ready to go in camp, the people we had to fill the role are not going to get us through 17 weeks if something happens. And it worries me as a Cowboys fan. So,
I'm happy we can talk about football again. Oh my God, I missed it.
Right? I know.
I mean, I've missed it. I know, most of the people who come to this channel, we talk about wrestling, and we love wrestling. I mean, we talk about it every week, but we also love football. I love talking college ball. I love talking the NFL. If I had to pick any sport, I know baseball season's in full swing. I know the Penguins made the playoffs, which is awesome.
Yes.
But when it comes to football, that's my sport.
Yeah,
it's just the way it is. And there are people who watch the show that really enjoy football.
Yeah.
A few of them are Browns fans, so we can forgive them. But
Hey, if you
Looking
can
at you,
have me
Josh,
on as a
Allen,
Cowboys fan as a primary host, dude, we can forgive any damn buddy.
Yeah, especially, man, if we were doing this show like when Super Bowl 30 was happening, we would have been at each other's throats.
Yeah, if we can do that this game, everybody's forgiven except the Raider fans. Get the hell out of here. No.
There were Raiders fans.
He done took it and went the next step. Atta boy. Oh my goodness. And to be fair, my dad's a Raiders fan. He's not hardcore, like he's a Cowboys guy, but he likes the Raiders. The people that scare me, right, are the guys that paint themselves silver and black, or Oakland, Vegas, where the hell they are. Wherever they are this week, it could be changing next week, so you never know. Those people are the ones that make me go, dude, like, if you need that much paint on your body, I can hire you as a carpenter, and you can help paint my house. Something. Yeah, seriously. So, right.
Well,
we have kick off. You know what? I didn't even sure. You want to come at me with your Browns fan self? Go piss up a rope, Josh. For real, Jesus Christ.
I gotta show you this beauty I got today.
I know.
The Browns want. See, here's the thing to take it from you. They made the playoffs and they beat the Steelers and damn near beat the Chiefs. Like,
I know.
That, quite frankly, they should have beaten the Chiefs. That one of the things I hate. I think I ranted about this when it happened.
Yeah.
The fumble out of the opponent's end zone. I hate that rule so much.
Yeah.
Because it's like you fumble out of the end zone and then the other team gets out the 20. Like, why is that a touchback?
Yep.
Bring up Josh's last comment.
Oh, you donated? I didn't get the notification. Hold on.
I didn't see it either. Yeah.
Well, if it went to my Streamlabs, it might have been.
Yeah, if it went.
If it went there, I wouldn't have seen it.
Because he wrote Steam, and I'm thinking he meant stream.
Yeah. Oh, he did. He did donate one. Where is it?
Cool.
There it is. Donated $1. Brownie's looking good. Yeah. And
you know what? I think I saw that. And hang on.
I don't get the notifications. Like, so I have to like go over and check the.
That's weird. Yeah.
But it's fine. Like I did, so it works. That's good to know that it works.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, thank you, Josh, for that.
Yes, Daniel. We saw your question when it was up the first time. We're not in the Q&A part of the show yet, but thank you. We'll get there.
Yeah, we will address it come the Q&A.
Yes.
Yep, we'll address that because it's coming up at the top of the hour. So.
Yeah. So yeah, the Browns getting Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah from Notre Dame.
Yeah, that kind of ticked me off.
That hurt me to my soul to see that.
Right.
Because I saw he was like, nobody was picking him up. Nobody was picking him up. It's like, okay, 3 more spots and we can get Koramoah. We might not need a defensive guy right now, but Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah was so good at Notre Dame. I want him here. And then the Browns took him, and like my soul left my body.
Right.
Your soul is mine.
It was painful.
Yeah.
And I know Josh kind of rubbed it in a little bit. It's like, man.
Yeah, he did. Oh my God.
As a Notre Dame fan, I know how good he is. That's why it hurt. Like, he was so good with the Irish last season. And it's like, oh man. So
it's funny. We haven't had one of these in the NFL in a while, but we just recently had one in the NHL. We're having another one. This expansion draft thing with the Kraken coming into the NHL, it worries me, and I say that because we have a goaltender on the Kings who, honestly, like, he's nowhere near where he was when we won our back-to-back, or 2 Stanley Cups. But we can only protect so many people, right?
Yeah.
Like I told Mikey yesterday, don't be surprised if Quick's hanging on that rope, picked off. And I don't like the expansion drafts, to be perfectly honest with you, because Vegas cherry picked every damn buddy they got, and within 10 months they're in the Stanley Cup final. It's like, that's absurd that an expansion team made the finals. Like, I don't. So this kind of draft where you're getting the kids out of college or unsigned or whatever, I like that because you're building from the ground up for me. So when you cherry pick, the best, the worst of the best, for lack of a better term, the people that they don't mind losing, It's like, man, that it seems shitty to me. Does the NFL do expansion drafts when they have a new team?
Who was the last team to come in the league? I want to say the Texans.
That sounds
I
right.
think so.
I don't remember them doing an expansion draft.
I don't remember them doing it either. I
Okay.
think they probably just signed a bunch of free agents and then
Right.
drafted as normal.
Yeah.
They probably
Right.
got the number one pick, honestly, coming into the. I don't remember, so
Yeah,
if I'm wrong, somebody correct me.
Right.
But I don't recall whether they had to or not. I'm pretty
Right.
sure the Texans were the last team in the league. I don't think it was. I think the Panthers were in for a couple years.
Yeah.
And the
Panthers
Ravens-
were in it, and we know the Panthers were in it at least '96 because of Kevin Green and Mongo.
Yeah,
Oh, by the way, did you see the picture Flair posted of him and Mongo?
I did, man.
Oh
Man,
man,
that's heartbreaking. Like ALS is taking a toll on Mongo.
yeah, that I had a rough one anyway. I couldn't sleep very well last night, but that's not par for the course for me. But man, I saw that picture, it wrecked my shit. It's like, oh,
You're right. It was the Texans.
There was
2002.
and like I said, I don't remember. And what's funny is 2002 draft, they could have cherry picked the XFL rejects.
Yeah.
yeah.
Or the
I know.
European Football League down in Europe, they had too.
Yeah, I mean, it's like if they had the 2002 draft, take the entire LA Extreme, make them a new team because boom, there you go. Because they won the championship team built in right there. There you go.
Hey, we got Tommy Maddox out
You
of the
did.
XFL, and he was an XFL championship winning quarterback.
Yep. And I think the
Yep.
Steelers won when he was on the roster. No.
Yes, like his last year on the roster, they won the Super Bowl. It was Roethlisberger who did it, but he was
Right,
still on the
and like Tommy did that. He did this. He did one other thing. Like he's the only quarterback to do whatever I can't remember the three things. I know it was XFL, the Super
have been
Bowl,
the
and something else. He's the only guy.
Arena would be my guess.
Maybe, but it's like, yeah, that's my boy. That's our boy, Tommy. Yeah. So
Good old Tommy.
somewhere in this is my LA Extreme hat. Somewhere in this catacomb of shit in here.
There you go. I was a Las Vegas Outlaws guy myself, but
Well, but you're also back east, so you know you kind of take your pick.
yeah, Pittsburgh didn't get an XFL team, so it's
Right.
like, I gotta pick somebody.
And you know what? You're in good company because Stone Cold picked the Outlaws as his team. So there you go.
You're right. It was Arena Football League, the New Jersey Red Dogs.
I'm telling you, I'm pulling these facts out of my rear end like I do on the trivia. It's
I love it.
I'm not supposed to know this stuff. I just kind of like make it
Came out
work.
of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm guessing since that popped up, that's on my channel because I'm the only channel that can
Yeah.
have that go through. So yay, I get $2 today. Thank you. By the way, Josh, I have a Streamlabs also. It's streamlabs.com/Jeff Meacham, right, Greg?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if it'll still probably pop up for you if you were to donate that.
Right.
The only reason I do Streamlabs is I'm not monetized yet on YouTube. I'm getting close. Like I'm really close on the watch hours.
Cool shit.
But B, Streamlabs stuff comes directly to me. I don't have to wait for YouTube. to do
That's
that
what I'm
stuff.
saying. Streamlabs goes directly into PayPal, and I'm paid now, not May freaking 21st. You know, so yeah. If you guys are donating, please, we love you either way. Don't get us wrong, but if you super chat here, we'll love you with a bro hug. If you super chat in Streamlabs, we'll love you with a very Olaf style embrace. How about that?
So now I got to go to Streamlabs to donate. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what's funny is your 4220 that you donated on 420 shows up in the Streamlabs thing because it's connected to the YouTube, so it's on the list. So
Yeah.
Okay.
it's just if you donate directly through there, my PayPal goes ding, and I can pocket it today. So there you go.
Ding.
That's right.
And the Streamlabs link is in the Greg Cherry brand description. I can actually here, just in case.
Well, if you want to set up one for Big Baller G, but no.
Well, it's one of those things where we really had to do much setup. I logged into Streamlabs a week and a half ago or so ago, clicked on there it is. Clicked on link YouTube. I opened a YouTube window. My thing's already logged in, and it kind of went bing, ding, boom, done automatically. I was like, oh, well, that was easy. So,
Okay, I'll have to check into that then.
there you go. So every damn thing we're broadcasting on has the link now for at least this show. So there you go.
Yep.
I
I'll
did
try to
create a
remember
link
it.
tree, so
I'll try and remember it in the description whenever we put those up. But anyway,
Definitely. Anyway,
enough of the draft. We talked
Yes.
about it en masse. And now we're getting into
Here we go.
the meat and potatoes, as it were. Weird Law
Oh,
Wednesday. Everybody's favorite. Talking about
Everybody's favorite segment.
good old Alabama.
Oh, Alabama. One of the greatest songs ever.
Yeah, Sweet
yes.
Home Alabama. Not going to sing it because, well, we can't get demonetized. We're not monetized anyway, so what do I care?
And Steve, well, we are on my channel, but Steve Buscemi, Steve Buscemi's line about that song is the greatest line, I think, in the whole Con Air dialogue. Define irony. A bunch of idiots singing this song on a plane about from a band that died in an airplane crash.
Right?
Skinner went down plane. Goodbye.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Funny shit.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's
getting
begin
this one.
Weird Law Wednesday with this one because it's very fitting. Bear wrestling matches are prohibited.
So you can't wrestle a bear.
No.
Either
Or,
you
like,
can't wrestle a
can't
bear,
wrestle
or
a
you can't like
bear.
start the BWF or something.
What I find funny is a good chunk of the South had that gimmick in their arsenal. So wow, I find that very surprising. I'm not gonna lie.
This one's disturbing, but coming from Alabama might not be a surprise. You might know where I'm going with this.
Oh yeah.
Incestuous marriages are legal.
Yep. Yeah. You know what?
Why?
Not to be contradictory there, you crazy rolling tide mother effers you.
Okay.
That's a federal no.
That's just a moral no-no.
Well, yeah, morality notwithstanding, because moral wise, it's like, oh,
Well,
yuck.
You
But-
can't legislate morality, sir.
But the thing is, it's in the federal. You can't do that anywhere.
One more time for the people in the back, and I'm moving my screen out of the way so I can do it. Why?
Yeah. What? Oh,
Like, if you... I'm so disturbed by that. Like, I was going to rant about it. It's like, I can't because I don't want to. Like,
now see, that should have been the last one. So we all sit here going until we do the Q&A part of the show. Now we have to get through the rest of this now.
yeah. It's the second one on the list. I kind of had to.
Oh,
This one's kind of funny.
okay.
It is illegal to maim oneself to escape duty.
To escape what?
Duty. D-U-T-Y.
Oh. Okay.
So you can't...
you can have relations with your blood relatives, but you can't maim yourself to get out of doing something wrong or do something right for the city or the state or whatever. God damn backwards mother effers. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Jesus.
No words.
Jesus.
Dominoes may not be played on Sunday.
Oh, get the hell out of my state with that bullshit. That's terrible.
Sorry, guys, we can't play dominoes tonight.
That's
We gotta wait till Monday night.
Now, you know what, guys? Dominoes, Sunday, not so much. I'm boinking my cousin tonight. Tomorrow, Monday, though, we'll go ahead and do our thing. There you go.
And then I'm gonna maim myself.
I made myself so I have to doing the
not
duty of
during
having
the
to sell the
preview.
dominoes later.
Oh,
Jesus.
everything ties together on this show.
It's a story thread. It's a freaking
Whether
Twitter
you
thread.
want
Here
it
we
to
go.
or not,
Come on
it
now.
ties together.
That's it.
Oh, excuse me. Oh my god.
This seems extreme.
Uh-oh.
Putting salt on a railroad track may be punishable by death.
Huh? Wait, what?
Okay, the salt like on a railroad track cause like severe mechanical failure or something.
Erosion, maybe. I don't know.
Greg, you have to remember, these are the people that tell you it's okay to have relations with your relations. So,
Saban, get your state
I'm not gonna
together.
what'd you say?
I said, Nick Saban, get your state together.
Yeah, hey, Conrad, you might want to grab Megan and get the hell out of there, like for real. Jeez. Wow, man, these people are nuts.
It is Okay, it is legal to drive the wrong way down a one-way street if you have a lantern attached to the front of your automobile. So when Bray Wyatt goes to drive in Alabama, it's perfectly fine to do whatever the hell he wants.
Now, see, this is the point where you unleash the fiend and just start killing people, just randomly just killing people. It's a herd for real, like Achievement of Christmas.
He wants to go up a road. He's like, "Let me in," and he's.
That's so wrong.
As long as he's not saying "let me in" to his relatives, we're all good.
Dude, talk about staying in your lane. Holy Moses. Oh, my goodness.
Well, this explains a lot. Masks may not be worn in public.
That's it. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Wow.
Wishy-wash. I'm done.
So it's okay to have COVID in Alabama, and it's okay to have relations with your blood relatives, but don't be touching the railroad tracks with them salt and pepper shakers. Oh, no. Oh, no. The frick, man.
Make sure you have a lantern on your automobile.
Yeah. Make sure you have it on your car when you're going to not wear your mask when you go outside.
Oh, my God.
Oh, dear heavens.
I'm glad Hardcore Holly's not here to chop every single one of us talking about his state like this.
Well, Bob Holly being from Alabama explains a lot about Bob Holly, I think, at this point. Anyway.
I still don't want to mess with Bob Holly. Don't be like he's almost like Ming. You don't want to mess with him even if he's dead because he'll probably still like.
And even if he is dead, you poke the body and make sure first.
Yeah,
right.
You make sure he's not like in a really deep sleep.
That's it.
All right. Oh boy. Women are able to retain all property they owned prior to marriage in the case of divorce. However, this provision does not apply to men. So
don't marry your sister.
And scene. Oh my God.
Thank you. Good night.
Whatever you do, don't marry your parent because man, you're screwed. Where's the standby scream when we need it? Oh Jesus.
Oh my God.
This might be the most fun we've had with the Weird Laws yet.
Dude, Greg, you have no idea. Like, I've had 2 straight days of at least 4 or 5 hours on the air before dinner time. And I'm about ready to pee my pants. I feel so much better and so much more relieved. Oh my goodness. This is great.
I was literally rolling on the floor laughing. Oh my God.
Oh, Jesus.
Illegal for a woman to drive a car unless her husband is waving a flag in front of it.
Wait, say that again.
That's a lot to peel on that onion there. Wait a minute.
Yeah, it's another Major League Baseball statistic law.
So she can't drive what now?
It is illegal for a woman to drive a car unless her husband is waving a flag in front of it.
Well, better not be down one lane with a lantern.
Well, if the lantern's on there, it's fine.
Yeah.
Like as long as the lantern's on the front of the car, Bray Wyatt with the lantern and waving a flag all over the place, and Sister Abigail driving the car, it's all good.
Just whatever you do, don't drive over railroad tracks with your take home meal because you might drop salt and pepper on you.
All right.
It feels like a really weird version of the 12 Days of Christmas that we keep adding stuff and returning to where we came from.
Seriously, this is what Jeff Foxworthy's 12 Days of Christmas would be.
Here's your sign.
Yeah.
Here's your sign.
If you live any of these things on your state legislature, you might live in Alabama.
Hey.
Well, speaking of Mobile, Alabama.
Oh no.
Most locales do not have this problem, but Mobile, Alabama found it necessary to ban bicycles from the interstate highways.
Okay.
Okay,
So it's only a problem in Mobile.
well, here's where I kind of can get the gray area here. I don't know about where y'all are, but we have a very broad definition of the word highway. And I say that because the major roadways we call freeways here in California. We also have highways, but Highway 14 that goes from my house to Dylan's house, Dylan's mom's house, is technically a freeway. At the same time, we have Sierra Highway that goes all the way up the same direction, but it is a traffic lights on the path highway, regular street. So if you can not, if you can't ride bicycles on highways in Alabama, it's probably because they're actually freeways. They're just backwards like we are here in Santa Clarita.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And finally, because by gosh, we have to get out of the state.
For the love of God.
It is considered an offense to open an umbrella on a street for fear of spooking horses.
With all this shit going on in this state that's legal to do, your umbrella's going to spook your horse?
Yep. Well, if you tie a lantern onto the horse and you're going the wrong way down the one way, as long as you're not screwing your sister while doing it, then it's fine.
Well, here's the deal: if you can pull off having relations with your blood relatives on top of a horse while it's going the wrong way with lantern attached to it, dude, go on Star Search, win $1 million, brother.
Don't do that on Star Search. Don't do that on any show. What the hell are you talking about, Jeff? They'll never do that on any televised thing ever. Ever. No, don't do that.
Can you imagine the sheer dexterity of pulling that off? Like, for real.
Good night, folks.
That's it.
Good night.
We're done with the laws because, by God, we have to be.
This was the comedy portion of the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Please tell me that was State 50 so we can't, because there's no way we can top it. There's no way we can top this. No way.
I'll have to look back. I don't know if it is or not, but oh my God.
I don't think I've ever laughed that hard on this show.
You know what's so funny about all that? It's like there are actually some pretty, well, normal is relative term, obviously, especially if your relative and lives in Alabama with you. But like there's actually some pretty, straight mind, like-minded people that aren't so batshit crazy. They're probably watching this going, I can't possibly live here. There's just no way.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, we're going to get to some actual questions for the love of everything.
This is where I wish I could wear adult diapers, man, because I gotta go.
Get some Depends.
Seriously.
Anyway, Daniel's asking, who do you think will take the submission or surrender victory tonight in Blood and Guts, and who would take the loss?
I'm gonna say Jericho taps out to MJF.
You think?
Ooh, that's a big bullet in both of them. Man,
to continue the feud, I think MJF needs to beat Jericho, and then come Double or Nothing later this month, we get a one-on-one with Jericho, and Jericho gets the win.
I'm gonna swap you on that. I think Jericho is going to be the one to use the Lion Tamer on. I'm going to say Spears, because I don't think MJF taking the loss here would help them at all. But I feel like Jericho getting a win over somebody not as high up in the pinnacle.
Okay, I see where you're coming from. Yeah,
and this is only the beginning of their feud, really. Like,
yeah, you're right.
You have to have somewhere to go. So I think
you're right.
Yeah, I think Pinnacle goes over. Let me say that right off the bat.
Okay.
And I think that Sammy's going to take the loss.
Okay.
He is going to be starting first.
He's kind of been on the fringe and kind of got burned a bit, so he won't surprise me. As far as who takes the win, if you think about people on the other side with on Pinnacle, I would love Shawn Spears to get a Duke in the main event of the Dynamite show, because he's well overdue for that. So
I mean, it
I'd be
could
okay
be
with
like it could be like a team effort, like
Yeah.
the '96 War Games where
Yep.
Fake Sting had Luger in the Scorpion Deathlock, and Hogan had a front face lock, and they were both on him.
right.
So
Luger, I
it could
remember.
be like it could be like FTR gets one of the guys in a
Right.
submission.
By the way,
and-
but before you move on to the next question, I love that without using the words, Cody's brought his dad's specialty match into AEW. I love it.
Yeah.
and it's apparently going to be the classic version, so you can
Oh yeah,
you can relax that WWE is doing War Games, but it's not the traditional War Games.
yeah. That you know what? Keep using the phrase WWE. Go right ahead, because I'll sit back and watch AEW do it right.
Right.
Mike Gonzalez, favorite wrestler or football player to watch currently?
Oh
Fo-
jeez.
football player for me is Chase Claypool.
Yes.
I loved him at Notre Dame. I love him with Pittsburgh. So
Yeah, he was one of the favorites to watch this year. As far as wrestler, my God, I don't even know. I couldn't tell you. Who?
Sasha
Yeah.
and Britt Baker.
You know what? I honestly had Britt Baker on the tip of my tongue because she as much as Sasha, there's a mental image. Anyway, as much as Sasha has been the most improved female WWE competitor, Britt Baker has been the MVP of the roster.
Yep.
Period.
Mhm.
Like I'm playing catch up right now. I went back to the week after AEW Revolution, because that's how far back I have not watched every week consistently on any of these shows. AEW, Raw, SmackDown, any of them. Britt's. I finally got to see Britt and Thunder Rosa's match. My God,
Yeah.
like they did things to each other that I think even Mick Foley would have went, "Ooh, nope."
Yeah.
So good on both of them for having the cojones, or you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I've liked Britt Baker since for the stupidest reason of all time. She made Tony Schiavone relevant in 2020.
Yeah.
She's my hero. So
Hey, Britsburg, baby.
Yeah.
right, dude. I love. Did you make a design the shirt yet?
I didn't design the shirt. I just wanted to send her the image that I made. I never got a response, so I don't even know if she saw it. But
Right.
I thought it was cool. The DMD, like in the RVD 420, I did a DMD 412.
Right.
So
Very.
I liked it.
I would, if I knew I was going to an AEW show soon, I would take that graphic to my t-shirt guy down the hill here and go, please make this, thank you, because I will support Britt Baker, and if she's not world champion by the end of this year, I'm going to start kicking some Tony Khan ass.
She's
I
got a
feel
shot at double or nothing. Like,
I feel double or nothing. Yep.
she has
They,
in front of a packed house. If
yeah.
Britt Baker absolutely has to win at double or nothing.
Yeah.
She has to. Absolutely has to win the title at double or nothing.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
no
they are
other
going to have a full capacity crowd. I think it's like 5,500. Yeah.
Even still, it's the first full-length, full pay-per-view with more than what they've had at Dailies for Dynamite. So bring it on.
So you have to give Britt the title at double or nothing.
Yeah.
Yes.
You absolutely have to. Like, this is a no-brainer booking decision.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is like Fiend and Seth Rollins at Hell in a Cell. It should have been the Fiend. And we all know what happened there. It was a disastrous ending.
Yep.
Yeah.
If for some reason they keep the title on Hikaru Shida instead of Britt Baker on Double or Nothing, I officially don't understand AEW.
Tony Khan. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no reason. There's no reason that Shida needs to keep the belt any longer.
And
No.
and I said this either on one of my recap shows or sitting here with you, Greg, one week. I forget what it was. They had that tournament to determine the number one contender.
Yeah.
I didn't know more than a fourth of that field on either side, internationally or domestically.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Mhm.
And it's been their problem. They are great wrestlers, and I'm not saying they're not. But in any day and age, but more so now than ever, female wrestlers have to have a brand recognition built into them, where if the casual viewer doesn't have an inkling of who they are, they're going to turn the channel. Now, granted, no competition tonight because NXT is on Tuesday nights now, but if I'm flipping through and I have, oh yeah, that's right, AEW's on. Who the hell are these two? And I'm gonna go watch something else.
Yeah.
You know, you have to have people on your TV show at all times, from opening video to lower third. God forbid the lower third to get anybody else, but if in that time period you have somebody that I don't recognize, I'm kind of good.
Yeah.
So. And here's the thing too. If Shida defeats Baker at Double or Nothing,
right,
everybody's going to turn on Hikaru Shida. Every single person, through no fault of her own, but
so
everybody is investing like everything into Britt Baker right now.
Yeah.
She has to be the one. I don't know what I'll be saying come after Double or Nothing if Britt Baker is not the AEW Women's Champion.
Yeah.
And to clarify in the chat room, we are not hating on Hikaru Shida.
No.
She has been a very solid, technically sound champion.
The one thing I do like about AEW, I'll give them credit, is that they don't hot potato the titles. They give the champions lengthy reign.
Right.
And I think Shida's been champ for well over a year now.
Yes, and it's one of those things where you had to have Jericho be dominant for a while.
Yep.
You almost don't want to do that with Mox because Mox is so much fun to watch chase, man. I love watching him chase whatever goal he's seeking, whether it's a title or somebody's personal destruction or whatever. I love watching Mox be the challenger.
Yeah.
Britt has the personality where she's been pissing up Tony's rope for long enough, and it's like if she doesn't get the title, she has to go completely half off her damn rocker and start just randomly freaking undertaking people like he did in 98 when he wouldn't get his title shot, and just start whooping the ass until something happens. Yeah. That's the only storyline solution if she does not win the title Double or Nothing.
All right, real quick here, last question. Will Bryan re-sign under a part-time or Legends deal, or will he leave? With his wife wanting to return to the ring and his father-in-law in charge of talent relations, I don't see him leaving.
He wants from what I've read and seen, he wants part-time. He's getting that age. I think he's 40 now, or getting close to 40. He's got 2 kids, and he doesn't need to prove anything else to me. Yeah. He's done what he's done in the ring. I mean, he started back when he was 16? 17, something like that, back in the day.
21 years ago was when he first entered an actual promotion wrestling.
So that's a long time to be especially this day and age to wrestle. And if he's part time, good for him, And I'm sure he will stay with the big company WWE.
Right. I will say this about Bryan's situation because I unfortunately know more than I'm allowed to know because I know who I know.
You got about 30 seconds.
Okay, so Bryan wants a part-time thing, and he's absolutely right. As long as Johnny's the talent relations guy, and Brie wants to go back, and Nikki wants to go back, he's not going to leave. He doesn't want to jeopardize anybody's anything. So, and yes, as far as being part-time, he is the best wrestler of my generation. I'll die on that hill. Let him do what he wants to do.
All right, guys. That is it for us. So for Big G, Jeff Meacham, I'm Greg Cherry. Go enjoy Blood and Guts.
Yeah, baby.
And we'll see you next week right here on the Greg Cherry Show.